You know what it is. It's time to call bullshit, so you don't step in it. First up, the Department of Justice has closed the second investigation into the 1955 killing of Emmett Till. After failing to prove his accuser, Carolyn Dunham, lied. I call bullshit. When she thought there would be no repercussions and could clear her conscience, she was happy to tell a researcher she had lied. But when the FBI came knocking at that door, she was back to her old story. This crack-ass cracker is more scared of going to prison than she is of going to hell, when she actually belongs in both, okay? Listen, white privilege is so deeply rooted into the foundation of this country that a white woman can instigate a lie, leading to a 14-year-old boy being murdered, then commit perjury, then admit that she lied, then lie about admitting she lied, and then the feds are like, F it. That's that bullshit. No punchline, that's really just that bullshit. Next up, CNN faces calls to fire Don Lemon over Jussie Smollett's court testimony. Apparently, Don sent a text to Jussie to warn him about the police. I call bullshit. Who wouldn't try to warn a friend that cops are onto them, all right? Does news journalism mean you can't be human? From Chris Cuomo to Don Lemon, why do they expect people to not give their folks a heads up? That's what friends and family are for. See, murder ain't the only one that's down for they all right? Don Lemon will clearly look out for his too. And y'all love saying Don isn't black enough, but what's blacker than trying to keep your mans out of jail? Come on. I know Don got a Warner Brothers shirt under that suit. Come on now. In holy news, a plumber found $600,000 in cash at Joel Osteen's mega church behind the toilet. Man, damn. I call bullshit though. $600,000 mysteriously hidden behind a wall. Sounds like they're pushing more than just Bible scriptures, all right? This story makes less sense than gay Tupac's current testimony. Now, Joel Osteen says that they are grateful to the plumber and had no idea that the money was hidden behind the toilet. Well, I mean, look, it might be a blessing, okay? This could be a miracle. This could be like a passage in the LeBron James version of the Bible, all right? He that findeth 600,000 hiding behind the toilet, findeth a good thing. Now go forth, be fruitful, and pay off your student loans, okay? And also this week, Fox News tried to call out Vice President Kamala Harris for meeting with activist Cora Masters-Berry, who said, and I quote, white women. Well, you're mad that Kamala met with someone because she said white women on a Zoom once. Well, I gotta call bullshit simply because I need more context. You gotta hear both sides. What white women are we talking about here? Are we talking about Carolyn Dunham, who got Emmett Till killed? The context matters. It's because of Karens the phrase white women historically has never been wrong, okay? White women is what most people scream when they're watching Fox News. And what a lot of brothers do in their free time. Politics is just one of the many things that can ruin a family gathering, but sometimes nothing ruins a family gathering more so than family, okay? AAA predicts that 53 million people will be traveling over the holiday season. Some will be flying Delta, others will be infected with it. The point is that for many, traveling home to spend time with your family can be stressful, especially if your family is more toxic than a lit Christmas tree outside of Fox News. So what do you do when you just don't relate to your relatives? Well, as my therapist says, let's unpack this. Have you ever spent a significant amount of time trying to reach your best self? Doing the work, going to therapy, you on your healing journey. And then you come around family members or childhood friends who want you to stay exactly the same. Worse yet, they refuse to see the new you. They say goofy shit like, look at you acting brand new, or boy, you done changed. Why would I not change, okay? In the words of the Brooklyn philosopher S. Carter, people look at you strange, say you changed, like you worked that hard to stay the same. Come on, man. Why would you want me to stay the same person I was 10 years ago, 20 years ago? Muhammad Ali once said, the man who views the world at 50 the same as he did at 20 has wasted 30 years of his life. Well, now that we're in the middle of the holiday season, many people will be going back to a dangerous place that may or may not be good for our mental health, and that place is home. Truly no place like it, all right? The place that can make you feel like all the work you've been doing on yourself was for nothing. Studies show that we are more likely now than ever to cut ties with family members if they are toxic, especially in the US. And 75% of Americans admitted they need to escape during the holidays. And I believe that even if the study was sponsored by Motel 6, that's actually their new slogan, by the way, Motel 6, a place to escape your family. Not a good place, not a nice place, but just a place, all right? For many, spending time at home is stressful. In fact, doctors have found that death from heart failure increases during the holidays. My heart hurting a little bit right now, which means when the Grinch's heart grows 7 sizes, it also seizes almost immediately, okay? The bottom line is, if the people who helped you grow up are no longer helping you grow, then it's okay to create some boundaries, okay? And Uncle Charla, Brother Lenard is here to help because I'm all about creating boundaries. You know those fireplace videos you put on TV to make your fake holiday even faker? Y'all know those, right? Well, we've created a really special one. It looks like any other fireplace video, but we've actually added some like subtle messaging, you know, ever so often to help you get through even the most stressful holiday situations. As soon as you get to Nana's house, just turn it on and let it do the work.
Someone in here is gay, and that's totally fine. Whether or not someone is planning on having kids is none of your business. Absolutely none. Don't talk about vaccines. Don't talk about vaccines. Don't talk about vaccines.
You might need those friendly reminders, okay? A 2010 study found that maintaining close relationships with people outside of your actual family can even help the relationship you have with your immediate family. Sure, I know this is the same logic men use to justify cheating on their wives, okay? No, my relationship with your sister is actually helping ours. But perhaps keeping a few... She said, what? Well, listen, perhaps keeping a few eggs outside of your basket can prevent your basket from calling your sister a two-faced lying slut in front of your grandparents, okay? They say that blood is thicker than water, but who came up with that shit? All right, a bougie vampire? And who thinks the most important quality of a liquid is its thickness? If someone described a wine to me as particularly thick, I would think that person is trying to that wine, okay? Hey, you can't help but think of somebody with their dick in a glass of wine. Anyway, but I digress. You owe it to yourself to keep evolving, even if some members of your family literally don't believe in evolution, okay? Because you can't hold someone back and you can't freeze someone in time. We're human beings who are all growing and changing. Hey, it's the voice of the people. Well, not all people, some people. Okay, maybe just friends and family. Charlamagne Tha God here, blessing your screen. Now do yourself a favor and subscribe to the God's Honest Truth YouTube channel.